What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for another little episode of Stonehearth. My name is Splattercat. Happy to have you here today as we hang out for a little while and continue to develop our little city of the Nerd Castle. Oh, sleepy town of Nerd Castle, we're growing lots of crops. What I need to do right now is I think we're going to start dropping in some furniture here. I don't know if you got those crates done, but if he did, I'm going to be happy about it. I think it's a good idea to get those crates done, because crate storage is fantastic in this game. So I'm going to take some crates over here. And normally what I like to do is I make an underground warehouse where I just store tons of stuff. Like I get rid of stockpiles entirely. So I would take this and then I would just place things in here. So for example, if I get rid of that and then we take this right here, we can actually sit down and we can start putting crates in. And they will migrate a lot of this stuff into crates. The downside that you will run into is that sometimes in this whole process, they will get stuck placing these crates. They'll get stuck on top of the crates. They'll get stuck on the bottom of the crates. You know, there's got to be a lot of hauling actions that need to get done. Our food supply is going down, though, because our stuff is rotting. I can't verify this. I don't know this 100%, so take what I'm about to say with a grain of salt, because I don't know. But I think that food that goes into crates and goes into pots and things like that lasts longer. I can't tell you 100% that's how it works, but it kind of seems that way to me. Whenever I use crates for storage, I feel like things just work better. Like, I feel like things go better when I use crates for storage. Like, things don't rot and become rotten food baskets quite as fast. We've got the quest for a township. Probably not going to work on that for right now. They've almost got this little house done on this side. They are picking up some of this hearth bell or whatever it's called, bright bell. They're picking up bright bell. Use that to make health potions later on. But we also have a mason who hasn't been able to do any labor as of lately. And so what I'd like to do is maybe get him productive for a little while. Maybe I'll start putting the other stuff right here so he can work on that side. There is no debuff to like crafting efficiency or anything like that for them being outside. Like, if, for example, if you played RimWorld, they get a debuff if you have their crafting table and stuff like that outside. They really don't like that. What we want for this guy is we just want to make projects for him so that he can get better at things. So he can make a trapper's knife. What can he make right now that will help him level up? Not a whole lot. I think in general what I do is I normally have him focus on bird baths until he hits like level 3. So I'm going to have him just like, bam, lay that thing on out. I thought he was capable of making a weapon too, but I guess he's got to be level 1 to do that. That'll give us 11 attack though, which by comparison to our, let's take a look at the carpentry menu here. In the carpentry menu, the sword, well, it doesn't say. The practice sword, I think, just gives you baseline damage. However, it doesn't say, but I'm pretty sure the hammer is better. And so we want to get hammers on each of these guys. She's gotten done with the first bird bath. At worst, what we'll do with the bird baths is we'll just sell them. That's like, seriously, that's the worst. Oh, we found stone. Good. They finally made it into a stone lair. Now we should start to be, yeah, there's a little bit of gold right there. I tend to just sell it off in its raw form. I don't usually use it for much. We've got a little bit of coal right there that I think will be helpful. Oh, shit, snacks. Okay, so now that we've got this done, let me get rid of this mining zone. They can just do their own thing. And then what I'm going to do is now that we've hit stone, I'm going to make like a big open area right there. You don't have to worry about support structures or anything like that. The game doesn't have weight factored in, and it doesn't have like upper and lower layers reliant on one another yet. I don't know if they're planning on having that later. I know they're planning on having like, I think they're going to have water mechanics added to the game next. I thought they posted like a podcast or some kind of blog post or something like that about it. I haven't been following it too closely though, so once again, don't take everything I say to be truth here on the internet. That is always a recipe for pain. Never take anything on the internet seriously. That shit is going to hurt. So that is a stone building right there. So if I wanted to make a stone 2-story, oh yeah, that's kind of a sexy, cool looking little building. When did I design that one, dude? I don't remember half the shit I design in this game anymore. That's right there. I think this is meant to face this way. Me thinky. So yeah, put in a 2-story. That sounds good. Yeah, start building. We've also got invaders approaching. Dirty little swamp wolves are coming to fight with us, hood wolves. Just trying to take us out right now. And as you can see, they become much more resilient to damage once you give them armor. Before, they were losing about a pip of health every 2 attacks. Now it's taking about 4 or 5 for them to finally lose 1 little pip, which gives them a bit more of an advantage when it comes to getting their health back. These buildings are also great for, like, building up your town worth. Like, you should always be in a state of expansion in this game. It's always a good idea to make sure that things are always growing and moving along. One thing that I do need to do, but I haven't really done yet, is I need to move all these bushes. I don't want to move all these bushes, but I need to move all these bushes over here into our farming area. I think that would be a smarter idea for keeping things trucking. With 4 workers, this building's going to take a long-ass time to get done, so I wouldn't expect to have anything else done so far. I do love the way the game allows you to save templates from, like, previous cities and whatnot. When you first start this game out, you're going to have to design a lot of buildings, but by the time you're on your, like, 4th or 5th township, I'm pretty fastidious about making sure I save every single building that I design, and it works out pretty well. At a certain point, I just stamp out pre-made buildings now that I've created myself, and I've got like a whole little village, and I don't have to spend a bunch of time like designing them anymore. What is my carpenter up to right now? So our mason is still, she's done with all those bird baths. Really? She's already done with that, huh? Did she hit level 1? It looks like she hit level 2. Even better. Make me 3 hammers, please. 3 hammers. It's hammer time. That would be, it's also a Rick James reference, but you know. It's kind of touch and go. You got to decide what you want to focus on right here. I really like this building. I designed this one during a stream, I think. So it's got 2 little rooms. They're both pretty well appointed. And then it's got a stairwell that runs up to the second right here. If you have internal stairwells, the insides of buildings right now are a little bit sketchy. And the developers have admitted that. If you try to make a building with lots of internal walls and like lots of random things and kind of hallways and turns and corners and lots of right angles and stuff like that inside, the roofing system tends to get a little bit confused and it doesn't know what to do. It doesn't happen every time, but it happens sometimes. And so in general, buildings like this are a workaround so that the stairwell is outside, so that the roofing system doesn't get all confused. And at the same time, you can still do multi-story buildings. As of yet, I haven't built any towers or anything like that. I want to, but it's like one of those design things that I think is going to take me a good 25-20 minutes to piece my way through to make it look good. And so I just haven't done it yet. Just haven't done it yet. How are our crates doing over here? What's our crate storage looking like? Are we full up? Doesn't look like we're full up, but we are going to need some more crates, and so I'll focus on that soon. We do have a harvest coming in, which I think is a good thing. Let's go back to carpentry over here, and while he does have a lot of jobs, or she has a lot of jobs, still lined up, things that need to get done, I'm pretty happy with where we're at right now. Our net worth is good, we just need more food, and we need better food storage. So that's where the crates come in. I'll probably do like another 10 crates right there, just to make sure that they get done. And then, while people are running around, we are absolutely going to need more trees. This faction goes through trees just at an insane rate. They really sincerely do. They go through trees at like a crazy rapid rate. A merchant has arrived with wares. Wares? Theirs. We want to sell some stuff. I'm sure we've got lots of things laying around. Let's get rid of that ultra fine ass door. Get rid of a couple of those so we can stack up a little bit of guap skrilla. Make a little bit of money by selling off some bird baths. There it is. Bird baths are all nice and gone. I'm going to sell my gold ore because it's worth 20 gold. And frankly, if you sell the bars, they're worth like 50. But we're not going to be able to blacksmith or make bars for a while. And so it's like, yeah, it's like compounding interest and whatnot. Like, you've got to have the willpower to sit on it for a while. And I just don't have that willpower. That's not who I am as a human being. I'd rather get the 20 bucks today than the 50 tomorrow. That's just who I am. I'd be like, no, I'll take the 20 bucks now. It's like when somebody walks up to you and they're like, if you give me 500 bucks today, which would you rather have, 500 bucks today or like a grand in a month? I'd be like the 500 bucks today. Because like, that person's obviously going to ask you for the 500 bucks, and they're going to say that they can turn it into 10 grand, but there's no guarantee that that'll happen. It looks like our hammers have gotten done, so 2 of our characters right now are wielding warhammers. Warhammers are my favorite weapon in fantasy settings. I love warhammers very, very much. I think they're awesome, and I think they are super cool. There's one more hammer inside of there. I don't know if there is a way to do this, but I wish there was a way through their equipment menu to force them to equip other things, and I've played the game a lot. Oh, a goblin's here. Goody, that means we're going to have to deal with goblins soon. You dumb bok, me big glittering chieftain. Natural order mean you give me stuff and I no destroy you. Me want supplies, understand? Psh, I can give you nothing. What? Cannot believe. Must kill. You can try, man. You can try, but I don't think it's going to go very well. My dude's got war hammers. We're better to ride out on these gits. About to go get them. It's also possible that their weapons are determined on some level by the level of the warriors. So for example with Lenona, she is the lowest level and she's only level 1. I think maybe on some weapons, I think you can see that if you go to the masonry menu. Pretty sure it requires, it's equipable by the footman, but I can't get the thing to pop up. It doesn't say a level requirement right there though, so I don't know. Where's the fight at? Oh, we're fighting gobos over here. Yeah, go ahead and smack him on down, clown. Take care of that ish. There it is, good. Yeah, you should run away. You're a little beat up right now, and I don't want you getting hit anymore. He has dropped a Goblin Honor token. You can actually sell those, or you can hang them on our walls. I like to have a Wall of Valor, so I usually build a Wall of Valor around, and then I hang the trophies up on the wall, just to remind the goblins of what happens when you mess with me. We also want to start looking for Goblin encampments now, because, they built in a spot that's actually pretty easily attackable. So we've got to kill this guy. That is the goal. He's got a treasure chest. I want that treasure chest. Also, when we break down his houses, we'll get lots of furs and gold and other stuff, so it's a good idea. As long as we don't destroy him, they're going to make little satellite camps all over the place, or at least they're going to try to if they didn't have to walk through our city in order to do it. They'll make satellite camps that'll be in different areas and allow them to attack you more frequently with whatever they have, so just keep an eye on it. However, the goblins are not amazing at fighting. I've seen them get attacked by groups of wolves, and you know, sometimes they struggle depending on where they spawn on the map, but I think that's part of the emergent gameplay is like goblins come in and threaten you, but then they get attacked by like 5 wolves and it kills off half of their warriors and you use that momentum to attack them and kill them in the night. Like interesting stuff like that happening I think is what makes games like this and RimWorld and Dwarf Fortress and stuff like that fun. Like the weird little circumstances that come up in the middle of a gameplay where you're like, ha ha ha, that was hilarious, I will destroy you, goblin. He's regenerated a little bit, but I'm a tad concerned about this. I think maybe we should think about making like a... It might not be the worst idea to sit down and think about making an herbalist, but... Oh, Dafflabam's pretty beat up, though. He's in bad shape. He's level 2. Has he gotten Mighty Strike yet? They get Braver. So if you've ever played Final Fantasy VII, Cloud starts with a Limit Break. They get Cloud's Limit Break where they do Braver. They jump up in the air and they do like a big stomping attack, like a big swiping downwards vertical strike. And it's pretty badass when they do it. It does like triple damage or something like that, so they can wipe out enemies' health bars by like half whenever they do it. It's pretty good. It's not bad at all. Footmen, they're talking about the goblins right now. Apparently people in my town are concerned about the goblins coming after us. How close are you guys to getting that done? Not very close, in all honesty. I was expecting the work to go a little bit faster. Let's speed things along ever so slightly. Oh, actually, never mind. I had it on the wrong menu. It looks like it's almost done. They're getting there. They're slapping pieces into place. My guess is that the stuff that's required for the carpentry... I love the way they build the little scaffoldings. It's so cool. Like, that's a really cool system right there that was probably pretty difficult to program. The fact that they'll build little scaffoldings to get up to levels that they don't need to get... Or to get to levels that they need to get to. We've got a trader coming in right now. Let's go ahead and see what he wants. 12 wooden doors. He'll give us a giant bone mace. No thank you. I can get a giant bone mace elsewhere. It's pretty... It's not a hard piece of equipment to get. So now that we're sitting on a lot more thread, I also need to jump into my tailor's menu. And now that we're in the tailor's menu, I really think people need helmets. So I'm going to make 3 helmets. There we go. 3 helmets should definitely help out a bit. We've got 24 threads, so go ahead and just queue that on up. It'd be easier for me to sit down and be like, always have this much in the inventory. But I'm being lazy right now. I'm being a giant lazy bastard at the moment. I do wish that when your guards were hurt, maybe they could add in a stipulation where they go lay down and sleep until their health gets better and they get like double or maybe triple health regeneration. Based on how wounded they are. We don't have enough food. That was to be expected. That's unfortunately, nobody's been gathering up berries over here. Those are the things that we are missing. It also doesn't look like they ever finished this house. What was up with this house right here? How come you guys didn't finish it? It needed like a door, and they just never installed the door. Okay. Is it because they can't get past the scaffolding? What happened with this place? I don't know what happened to it, but I'm going to go ahead and remove it real quick. I'll go ahead and destroy the building just in case. I don't want it to end up being something that gets in the way of my workers. Every now and again, they don't break down a scaffolding that's in front of like a window or something like that. And if the window's not installed, the building never counts as being finished off. And so this game does have little quirks in the building systems and whatnot. None of them are like game-breaking. I've never seen anything like horrifically game-breaking, but it does happen from time to time where it's just like, damn it. Oh, good, they've got their little helmets on now. Fantastic. A little bit of extra defense. Never killed anybody. In fact, I think it did the exact opposite most of the time. With our maison, are they all wielding hammers now? Or is it only just the 2 of them that are wielding hammers? What's she got going on? She hit level 2, so let's see if she put on the hammer or not. She did. So the stone maul is apparently it requires level 2 in order to equip it. I didn't see that written on it in the crafting menu. Like when you go to make one, normally it has right here, it has a number next to this. So it's equipable by a footman. But, oh, more goblin raiding parties. Goody. Those are actually real raiders too. Those are the hardcore guys that want to beat you to death. So that sucks. I was hoping they would be thieves. The thieves are in general the ones you want to watch out for. The upshot to this is that these guys are going to level up pretty rapidly from fighting goblins, so they should get stronger before things go any worse. Their health is... There's the braver attack right there. You guys saw it first here. He's going to run away to preserve himself. But our militia's pretty beat up right now. They are not looking good. So he's down. He drops some gold ore. The other one drops what looked like some beef jerky. Who doesn't love beef jerky? Beef jerky's good. Do they have any warriors left over here? They've only got workers left. The warriors will respawn out of these buildings, and so, like, if I can get their health back up, I would attack them, and then we can get our first sheep, too. We can get Bluebell the sheep. I think she gives you free thread or something like that if you've got, like, a herder or whatever that shit's called. A shepherd. There we go. I know words. Let me slow the game down for a minute while I get things in motion. So that building is officially done right there. We really need to focus on food. Because corn is slow growing, I think we can probably get away with another zone over here. I would call it like another... like a carrot zone or something. Yeah, carrot zone. Who doesn't love a carrot zone? And so they'll be off on this side, farming things up. Did we ever get those crates done as well? Are those crates finished off? If the crates are finished off, oh, they are. And we got a bunch of bonus crates too. Fantastic. Makes me happy. There we go. Building crates. That one is wrong. No, I don't want you to destroy the flooring. I wanted you to get rid of the crate. If you could, please. I think they'll space that out, because that crate is technically inside the other crate, so they should fix it. As soon as the goblins run out of resources, that's when we're going to hit them and we're going to take them out. In case you were wondering when we're going to do that, but I got to wait for a time when my soldiers have better health, because I don't really want to lose anybody right now. It's hard enough to get people in this game, and if you end up losing them, it's no good. You don't want to lose characters in this game if you can help it. It's not like ridiculously required to not lose characters, but you kind of want to avoid it if you can at all manage it. Got a few more berries over here. The farms are being planted and tilled and growing and all that stuff. A third farmer is probably a good idea, but meh, is what it is for right now. I think we're in a solid spot. Maybe promoting somebody to archer might also be a good idea so that they hang back a little bit. Archers have crazy damage in this game compared to warriors. Archers are very squishy, but they do like 40 damage a shot, whereas a melee warrior can take a hit, but they only deal like 10 to 15 damage a shot. Like, the baseline weapon for archery is 3 times better than like an upgraded weapon for a melee warrior. And so archers are pretty damn good in this game at dealing damage. Unfortunately, I think it's an advanced class. So if I had anybody over here who was hurt, like Daff Labam, for example, he's level 3 right there, but at level 3 footman, he can become a archer. I'm thinking about making him an archer instead, just to keep an eye. Oh, that requires bolts of leather, though, to make the recurve bow, and it also requires archer level 3. Can I make him like a basic bow, then? That still requires leather. And actually, we do. We have a tailor. How much leather do we have on us right now? Make me some rolls of leather, please. Get those rolls of leather done. I think that padded armor, leather padded armor, is probably a decent plan, too, while we're working our way across. You can get some quivers. I think it gives them, like, magic arrows or something like that. It gives them, like, fire arrows and ice arrows, and you get to do the whole Zelda Ocarina of Time thing, where you have, like, a bunch of different arrows. I really think that the next thing we've got to focus on, though, for right now, is we should definitely get an herbalist. So let's go ahead and get an herbalist. I'll promote somebody. That's going to leave us with kind of a lack of workers. But I really... Oh, no. More invaders. Oh. The undead. That's not good at all. We're getting hit really hard here. Like, I've actually never had a settlement that has been hit as hard as these guys, as frequently as these guys get attacked. Seriously, it's never happened. I've played this game a lot, and normally you've got a lot more breathing room. I'm actually sort of surprised at how frequently we're being attacked here. Because we are getting hit a lot in this game. We're getting hit like every day almost, multiple times a day in all reality. The warriors should kick in here. The thing is, we don't want to fight these guys in mass if we can help it. Let's call everybody back. Fight and defend, everybody. Fight and defend. Put yourself in combat mode. Act as meat shields for my warriors. There you go. And so everybody will just gang mob up on them. And that works. That's always an option. You can always click the shield and have your little guys fight. Just be aware that if they do that, they get a debuff. They get a debuff for a couple of days because a non-combat person was forced to be in combat. So that is something you will have to think about. Is my herbalist thingy done? Make me an herbalist. I need heals. I need heals like right now. And so we've got a merchant. Merchant, what do you have for me? I will sell you things. Let me slow the game down real fast so that we don't get ourselves into more trouble than we're ready for. We've got some food sitting around, although we could definitely use a little bit more. We've got some fine cabinets over here, a fine table, a bird bath, a goblin honor token that I think I'll probably get rid of because I would rather have the cash for right now. That gets us to 250 gold. My suggestion would be that we buy upgraded worker outfits. That way they can work a little bit faster, especially now that we don't have that many workers. And so if we can get that done, that'll be great. And then the side objective that we want to do is we really want an herbalist's lodge. So you go make an herbalist table, and we'll start making healing tonics about as fast as we conceivably can in order to maybe take the edge off of some of this damage we're taking. That'll allow them to heal 1 extra pip a day. If they have a healing potion, they'll drink it before they go to bed, and it makes them heal 1 extra segment while they sleep. Normally you get like 1 segment to 2 segments. It'll make them get 2 to 3 back. Food supplies are growing, so that's a good place to be in. We definitely need more people, though. I need more warriors. I need more people who are ready to fight for our people and our cause. We've got a little bit of tin inside of there. Okay. Ain't nobody mining because it's probably the furthest away job. We've also got berries over here. Let's continue gathering those. At the moment, we're really kind of lacking workers. That's the main part, is we just need more grunts to get shit done. How are they looking over here? Are they building up soldiers again? They aren't really. I kind of want to kill them and get rid of them right now in order to save ourselves. I mean, we've basically killed all their warriors at this point. Occasionally what they'll do is they'll send in thieves to steal from our stockpile. The thieves don't really fight back, though, so they're not a threat against your HP or whatever. If somebody's completed that herbalist's bench, they have not. That's unfortunate. Has that person even gone and got the herbalist thing? Okay, so Ezra is indeed an herbalist, but has not made the herbalist table yet. Is there a reason you haven't made the herbalist table, dear Ezra? Where are you at, man? Ezra, where are you hiding? And there he is. Okay, so Ezra's going to do his thing right now. I think he's on his way to the stockpile to make that bench. And so there we go. Build that thing for me. He has assembled the herbalist bench, and that is going to be an important part of us not being dead as shit in the future. So, in the interest of not being dead as shit, I'm going to place that right over me. Perfect. And as soon as that's done, we are going to sit down. So there's a couple things we can make here. We can either have him make bandages, pretty good, or we can make a medicinal drink. What I would do is I would queue the order up, and let's just make 10 of these right now because lots of people in our town need healing. And he needs to level up anyways. Until he levels up, he can't make the good stuff like band-aids and whatnot. So for right now, it's a better plan just to have him do his thing. They're over here collecting berries, which is great. You guys pick those on up because our food stockpiles are lackluster beyond all belief. If I have access to a few more crates, I wouldn't be against placing those down and in here. Oh goody, a goblin raiding party. Just what I always felt like dealing with. He's going to get whooped though. He's going to get whooped hard, so he needs to be careful about this. If one of these guys can tank, this is basically the last attack that we can suffer without this whole thing falling apart. There we go. So he's severely low on health. Can't really do much about that. Can't really do much about that, but hopefully someone will help out with healing. Yeah, there it is right there. I think the herbalist comes and visits while they sleep and just like dumps healing potions on their heads or something like that. As I recall. Please? I just want health to come back. We can't take any more of these goblin raiding parties. I'm going to be using like my townsfolk to stop this from happening next time around, which is a straight mess. It is not what I want. So his health is, he can hardly work. His health is severely low. My thought is that maybe they'll go into the stockpile and they'll grab healing potions. I think that's what they just did. And then it'll slowly help them get some health back a little bit faster, something like that. If he can hit level 1, though, that'll allow us to shift over to Band-Aids. And Band-Aids are kind of the big crossover point to where you can actually start healing people really well. And so that's what we're working towards right now. We're trying to get there at the moment. I got a farmer working inside of there with him. A little bit of health back on one of my guards. He's just going to sleep. So yeah, we might be on militia the next time that we get attacked. Not a good fact that I want to be on. But that's where we're at right now. That is where we're at. There goes the healing potion right there. So he gave him a little tiny chunk of health. As far as the herbalism goes, did you hit level 2 yet? You did. Fantastic. Go ahead and make, like, as many of these as you can, in all honesty. Just Band-Aid people. Band-Aid people all day, every day. Until they feel better. Until they feel better. We're probably going to get attacked today, though, too. And so we're going to go through a rough time before we go through better times. It's going to be rough days before we get better days. But this has been Stonehearth. Thank you for stopping on in. I am absolutely in love with this game. I can't stop playing it. You can get it down below in the description. I will see you all next time. Thank you for stopping into the Nerd Castle. It's a pleasure and a privilege every day to hang out and entertain all of you. Hi to everybody, and I'll see y'all later.